In this video, I'm going to read a Band 9 model essay written by an examiner, and I'd like to focus today on how this response fulfills the task at the Band 9 level. If you are an IELTS writing examiner or have been an examiner sometime in the past year and are looking for some online work, please get in touch with me. I won't ask you to operate outside of the confidentiality arrangement you have with the IELTS. For more videos like this one, visit my blog at IELTSIELTS.com and please leave a like on this video. Today's question was seen in Moscow. It was seen in July of 2017. And it reads, "Some people contend that all young people should attend university after high school, while others maintain that this is not always the best option. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include examples where appropriate." So as you've read in my ebook, after identifying keywords and qualifying words in the question, you're going to need to identify the action words, which are basically the parts of the question that are instructing you to take specific actions in your response. So here in this question, we see 4 very clear instructions. 1. Discuss both views. 2. Give your opinion. 3. Give reasons for your answer. And 4. Include examples where appropriate. So as you'll see in this model response, all 4 of these items are addressed in depth, albeit not necessarily in this order, but every one of the essay sentences connects to at least one of these 4 items. So no sentence is isolated or disconnected from these 4 items. So I'm going to read the first 3 paragraphs of this model essay in one go, and I'd like you to notice how the writer declares their position, then offers some concession and discussion of the opposing point of view, and then recenters or refocuses the essay back to their position. So the essay reads, "Some feel that all young people should attend university, while others point out this may not be a suitable path for everyone. I am of the latter view. I believe that career training in other areas may serve the interests of many young people far better than undergraduate studies. On the one hand, there is convincing support for university education for all. Firstly, a liberal education encourages the broadening of the mind. For example, students of history, art, and literature tend to be tolerant and thoughtful and fulfill useful service careers in teaching, journalism, public relations, and politics. Encouraging everyone to enroll in university would also push people towards lucrative professional roles, such as those held by doctors and lawyers, positions that also bring great social prestige. However, despite these benefits, universal tertiary education would be problematic at both the societal and personal levels. It should be noted that the building of houses and offices, the transporting of goods, and the production of furniture and appliances are essential to society and require skilled manual workers and tradespeople. Further, many young men and women naturally excel when working with their hands. Forcing them to study disciplines of abstract thought would clearly be a waste of their time and potential. Thus, encouraging people to choose a path that allows them to invest in their natural strengths is better for both the individual and society as a whole." Okay, so I will get to the conclusion paragraph in a moment, but I just wanted to look at these first 3 paragraphs because they set up a very interesting overarching dynamic. So as you saw in the introduction paragraph, the writer clearly states their opinion, which fulfills one of the 4 items, and sort of introduces the topic. Then in the second paragraph, you see this phrase, "on the one hand," which cues the reader to be aware that we're looking at kind of one idea of perhaps many. So in this case, we're looking at the one side of the argument for university education. Okay, so in this paragraph, the writer comes up with several different supporting ideas for universal university education. Now, this is obviously not in direct support of their position, because the writer says clearly in the introduction paragraph that they are of the latter view, that they believe that that it says career training in other areas may serve interests of many young people far better than university studies. So this paragraph then is more just offering concession to the opposing point of view and fulfilling the need for discussion in the response. Now, very clearly in the third paragraph, you can see the language, however, and then not only that, but they clarify despite these benefits, right? So these benefits, this is with reference to everything that was said in the previous paragraph, okay? So when the reader gets to this part, this entire sentence just clarifies what the writer's position is. So, however, despite these benefits, universal tertiary education would be problematic at both the societal and personal levels. So basically the writer's saying that, even though there are many good things that would come about from pushing everyone to go into university education, the greater good is to allow people to pursue what their natural strengths are, and then the writer comes up with several different bits of information to support this point of view. Okay, so I'll just read through the support area, which I'm highlighting here in blue. So it should be noted that the building of houses and offices, the transporting of goods, and the production of furniture and appliances are essential to society and required skilled manual workers and tradespeople. So very clearly, they're saying that society needs services that aren't fulfilled by people that have university education. Further, many young men and women naturally excel when working with their hands, so thus obviously forcing them to study disciplines of abstract thought would clearly be a waste of their time and potential. Okay, and then finally, a clear conclusion is offered, thus encouraging people to choose a path that allows them to invest in their natural strengths is better for both the individual and society as a whole. So some nice use of comparative language to close out the discussion of the two positions. So I guess my point is that what you can see from these three first paragraphs is sort of an overarching, development of the response. So the writer has delivered their position on the piece. They've offered the discussion they need to, and now in this third paragraph, they're solidifying their position with reference to the areas of merit that were brought up in the second paragraph. Okay, so in the final concluding paragraph, you can kind of expect this to be just sort of a rehashing of what's gone on in the essay, and just a restatement of the writer's position. So the conclusion reads, overall, it can be seen that although pursuing a university education has many merits, it may be more of a hindrance than a help to some people. In my own case, being very bad with my hands, but quite handy with words, university was the right option for me. As this essay has shown, everyone is different and no one course in life fits all. Okay, so the first sentence here obviously is sort of a summary of what's been talked about, and a clarifying that university education is not a one-size-fits-all solution to the needs of society. Secondly, the writer is connecting the response to their personal experience, which is also one of the needs that was listed in the action words. So in my own case, being very bad with my hands but quite handy with words, university was the right option for me. And then so finally, just a sort of a closing farewell thought that is in line with what the entire essay has been saying. As this essay has shown, everyone is different and no one course in life fits all. So I think that response is a very good demonstration of how the writer evolves their position to fulfill the action words within the essay question. So I hope that quick lesson was helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.